What's up, everybody? This is Triple M Music, Money, and Management. I'm PJ Roche, and today I'm with Patrick Kaldone, owner and founder of Mafia Soul Records. What's up, Patrick?
Yeah, how's it going, bro?
It's going great. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Having an awesome Monday.
So tell me the story of Mafia Soul.
Well, basically, my older brother, Frankie, who passed away, he started making beats around the age of, 13? And at 13, he started making beats. We first got a Korg Triton. And yeah, we started with the Korg. Nobody really was buying the beats or was really into the beats. My brother told me like to start writing to the beats, so I started writing into the beats. At first, I didn't really care about writing the beats because that wasn't what was in my mind and stuff. I had other stuff going on. But I started to realize writing the beats was something that I didn't mind doing and something I was really good at. So I kept on doing it. From there on, I started a group with local friends from my high school. I ended up signing four of the guys that I went to high school with and put them in a group under the label. So that's how I started the label Mafia Soul. And my brother had a production company called Dead Body Production. And he ended up producing all the music for the label that we did. We didn't use no other producers. We didn't have to use no other producers. The music he was making was crafting a sound that only we had. Nobody had that type of sound that we was making at that point. So we did that for about a year and a half. And within a year and a half, he was on the radio. He was doing shows, opening up for Dipset, State Property. We opened up for Rockefeller. Basically opened up for pretty much everybody that was on the like East Coast doing music at the time. Everything really worked out for us to a point where we got the attention of Def Jam at one point, and they had tried to sign us, but we was all young and underage. So our parents got involved, and that didn't really work out because parents got involved and they wasn't really involved in the process of making the music. They just only got involved in the process when money got involved, which, when money comes to the picture a lot of time, it ruins everything, which is exactly what happened. Our parents started infighting between each other and couldn't make a decision. So we ended up not being able to do the deal, and everybody ended up separating. So I actually waited till I turned 18 and started making music again because I didn't want to go through the process of getting to a point where somebody wanted to sign us again, but parents got involved and messed it up again. Because in reality, they didn't have no clue to what the music was at that time. They wanted us to be in school, to do other things. But when the music was about to be profitable, every parent had a say-so. Every parent had a reason why their kid should be the one that get most of the money instead of the money being split evenly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so to never like experience that again, I didn't do music till I was 18 again. I started doing music at 18 again, and then within 2 years, I moved down to Atlanta. And down in Atlanta, I started getting mentored by this guy named Mr. Hankey. He was working at Carly Park Music, produced a bunch of stuff for the Ying Yang Twins and Travis Porter and a bunch of guys down in ATL and stuff. So me and him started working. We produced an EP together, but I've never really got a chance to release the EP because I started focusing more on managing other talents, producers, artists, and songwriters during that point. Started doing that, and that started to work out properly for us. One of the first real clients that really took off was this kid named Vori from Kentucky. We met him in Atlanta probably about 5 years ago. Started working with him to develop his current sound that he got right now. The kid, he did Don't with Bryson Tiller, and then he transitioned to LA. When we got to LA, we started working with Atlantic, but eventually he ended up signing to BMG, not Atlantic, which I thought he should have went to Atlantic instead, but we did BMG instead. That kid's currently signed right now to Capital. I think with a joint venture with Meek Mill, if I'm not mistaken. Then the second client that really got my attention is this kid named Kels, which is the main current focus right now at Mafia Soul and everything that I do right at the moment. He's also from Kentucky also. I met him and Rory around the same time. But Kels is the main focus of Mafia Soul right now and everything that we got going right now. That's the artist I've been putting the most time in and I'm most excited about to see the future. Because I already know what the future is going to be. We're plotting the future right now, but I'm really excited to share that music with the world and to see how the world actually react to all the music that we've been making with this kid. We have about probably 4,000 records in the vault right now. So it's not like we have to go sit in the studio and make any more music, but we're still making music daily, still making more things, still creating more because at the end of the day, that's what we do is create and we love to create.
Yeah. So what was dealing with Def Jam like? I mean, what was it like talking with a big label, even if you didn't make a deal with them?
Oh, no, that was awesome. See, but at that time, I'm not even gonna lie though, I was pretty cocky because I was a young kid that had a lot of money. You know, I had like so the money they was offering, I actually laughed at it because they offered 250,000 at
No.
the first negotiation. You know, it was back then. I mean, I laughed because at that time I had that money in my house, so it didn't really matter to me. I mean, I really wanted the opportunity to grow in the industry, to learn more, to see more, and actually be in the industry. So the money didn't really, the money wasn't impressive. You know, I didn't really care about like that amount of money. If they had offered more, probably I would have felt like I lost out on something. But I didn't feel like I lost out on any money. I felt like the opportunity that came, that would have been a nice opportunity. But money wise, I didn't really care. Yeah.
Yeah. So were there specific things that you did to get noticed by Def
Oh
Jam?
yes. Oh yes. Promotion wise, every time we had done a song, because this happened in Boston, right? So there's a radio station out in Boston, a college radio station, where every time we had a new song finished, we was able to go down to the college radio and drop the song off, and they would air it the same night. So the popularity actually grew pretty fast because we worked every day. So every day we had new material to share with the city, you know? So every day the city would get a new song from us without having to wait to to miss us. We literally bombarded them with new music every single day. And that really paid off. I mean, like doing shows, being beyond cocky at the shows and actually like backing it up. You know how guys used to be at shows and a rap group would come up and be like, they're the best or we're the best in the area. We took words like that very real to ourselves. So when somebody came and said that, we actually went on stage and showed them they wasn't the best that was at the show. You know, so we had a reputation of being some cocky little kids who actually like backed it up. It's not like we was just talking some type shit. We was actually type shit, you know? The shit actually worked. Like the music was actually there to support the shit that we was doing, and the shit we was doing was actually real life. You know, it wasn't like little kids who was making up. You know, a lot of people right now, not to take away stuff from them, is a lot of people cap right now. A lot of people is the shit that says just. I mean, it's just made up shit. It's not real. It never happened, or they only see it happen through the lens of their friends and shit. So, the music was more real to us back then. You know?
Yeah. So be
Uh,
real. That's one of your tips for getting noticed by
yeah,
a label.
man.
Be
Yeah,
honest.
be yourself. Be real. Be honest. You're not gonna last trying to be something else or trying to be someone else. Like it doesn't matter how quirky your stuff is, how weird you might feel it is, how unappreciated you might feel like your part of the music is. Just be you. Literally, still be you. Like there's nothing else that can compare to being yourself. I think being yourself, even if it take longer than what's popular at the moment, you're gonna enjoy the fact that if you blew up being yourself, then blew up being a gimmick. Because if you blew up being a gimmick, you're gonna have to remain that gimmick and do that gimmick at all times. Imagine that. Imagine having to do something every single day that's not really you. That's how. It doesn't matter how popular you are, how much money you're making out of it. I don't want to do anything that I'm not happy at. That's not making me feel fulfilled. It's pointless. There's a lot of other ways to make money. You can't let the money be the motive, especially in the music. You can't let the money be the motive to why you're doing it. You gotta
Yeah.
love what you're doing.
Uh-huh. So what happened after you were 18, started making beats? Where did it
Uh,
go from there?
Moved to Atlanta. Started managing, done deal on track. And he did Stoner, Hannah Montana, the whole Rich Game mixtape for what? Thug and Rich Homie and Birdman at that time. We used to come out to LA literally twice a month and stay out here for 6 months and stuff in Airbnb, just living. And then literally just decided that we've already done enough work in Atlanta. Let's make the home base LA. So that's how we transitioned to being out here like 24/7 and living out here now, from the East Coast to the West Coast. Yeah, just basically just work. Finding other acts, other producers. My guy Isaac Flame is another artist that I'm really, really proud of, and who's a super dope producer, but now transitioning into the artist world. And his project, the last project he dropped, Big Fish, we did 7 million streams on that
Wow.
independent. Yep, independently. We dropped another single after that called I Can't Lose and did 23 million streams on that independently without no major help or no major look. Just literally from pitching, a couple of blog postings, and just literally hungry marketing, just sending the song out to other people to check out. And the song itself, we actually did out of that 23 million, 13 million of it came from Russia. And we've never
Really?
been to Russia before. Yeah, which was mind blowing. I was like, we've never been to Russia. I don't know nobody in Russia, but we got 13 million streams literally in 1 month in Russia.
Well, I've
Yeah,
actually
so
I've had something interesting like that happen to me. I distributed an artist who wasn't getting any streams,
mhm.
and all of a sudden, like over 2 weeks, like his monthly listener count on Spotify was seriously like 3 monthly listeners. He's getting 7 streams a song. I was just distributing his stuff
Mhm.
because I knew him,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, he got 110,000 streams in like Kazakhstan or something or China.
Yeah, like the weirdest places, bro. Like I've never been. I don't know nobody else. I can't even take the credit to be like, oh yeah, like I promoted it so much and this and that happened. No, like I put the song out. It was doing well in the U.S. It did like I think 6 million here, and then all the rest literally came from Europe and Russia. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, I was like, this is awesome. I mean, like I've never been there, but we definitely have a place we can go.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
So what is Mafia Soul up to right at this moment, and what are your plans for the future?
right now we got Kel's got a single coming out July 7th, Purple Raindrop. His EP's coming out September 12th, following the single drop. Basically, right now, focusing on getting him his artist deal because he already got a pub deal with Cobalt. He signed a Cobalt already for the past 2.5 years now. Yeah, just getting him his artist deal and finding more acts to develop, finding more producers to put under the wing, finding more writers and artists that's worth the time to put the time in. I love being at the forefront of things. I love being the person who find the person that nobody knows at all. I don't like attaching myself to popular acts or acts that's already out there. I'd rather somebody who's basically unknown and I get to do the job to make them be known. I mean, that's what I enjoy doing. That's what wake me up in the morning when it comes to the music thing. Like that's the excitement to find something or someone that somebody have no idea could do what they are, or even themselves sometimes, and just bring it out of them. So that's basically what we're doing up next. That's the goal and mission at all time is to have the proper eye to pay the proper attention to what's going on, so we don't miss